What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let us swing on in. So it is the new year, and we are starting off our local diaries this year with a banger. We are going back in with Maliss. We were able to take third place the last time we played the deck. So we're hoping that we can maybe increase that ceiling just a little bit with the minor changes we made in our side deck. And hopefully we play a little bit smarter into time. But without further ado, we are hoping that we can get this prepped before Supreme Darkness drops, before we start trying out some other decks like Heroes, trying to bring back Rescue Ace, a new swing on Shining Sarcophagus, and maybe even Sword Soul, because we do have that. But let me show you the deck profile. It's mainly the same, but I'll show you the deck profile anyways, and then we'll head out to locals to see how we can do for our first locals of the year. So we haven't made very many changes since the last time we played the deck, so we're just going to go ahead and speed run through our Maliss profile. So we're playing 3 white, 3 door, 2 chessy. I think until we get more support, that's just pretty much how it'll be. We are playing 3 underground with 1 MTP07, 1 GWC, and 1 TB11. So I think that is just a pretty standard Maliss line. Yeah, because you want to have consistency pieces, and that's exactly what the deck is, just a whole bunch of consistency. And on top of it, we do play, since it is a cyber strategy, we're playing 3 copies of Signet Mining so that we can get into pretty much all of our Signet Cybers cards. We are playing 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. I really think this is a slept on card for the deck because it helps push through Nibiru when you need to. Only downside is you have to draw it because you can't search it off Signet Mining. We do play 1 copy of Dotscaper and 1 Code of Soul. Code of Soul is just a nice extender. Dotscaper is part of the combo, but Code of Soul is really great, especially if you want to link someone on your opponent's turn. Only downside is being able to link summon it into a link 3 or higher, and it has to be a Cybers. So can't do any like shenanigans into SP with it, but it is what it is. Then to round it out, we are playing 1 Bestial Magnamut, 1 Bestial Druis Worm, and 1 Bestial Baldrake. So I like the options of the Bestials. We'll just go ahead and put this right there. They're really great. They can be extenders, combo pieces, interruptions, you name it. Thinking about maybe upping the Bestial package just a little bit, but I don't know yet. So far, I like it at the 3 because it acts like a hand trap where you're seeing, you have a possibility of opening one of them, but don't know. And we just play some like 1 card combo starters, Gold Sark, and Terraforming. Those help you get into like combo pieces for the deck. And then to round it out with hand traps, we are playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and 1 Called by the Grave. So the main deck, again, really hasn't changed a whole lot, and neither has our extra deck. We're still playing the 1 copy Cybers to Savworm with 1 Aggregator, 1 Link Decoder, 1 Link Lingarebo, 1 Link Spider, 1 Crystal Heart, 1 Haggard Lizardos, and 1 Splash Mage, 1 Transcode, 1 Red Ransom, 1 White, 1 Heart Scriptor, 1 Access Code, 1 Firewall Dragon, and then 1 Neo Tempest Terahertz. I think this is just a pretty solid lineup of Link monsters for it. The Nibiru package came in once the last time we did play this. Lingarebo did help us win a duel, so I like it as it is. The side deck is where we really changed things up a lot. We are playing 3 copies of Artifact Lancia. Yes, it does conflict with our own deck, but it is purely for the mirror, with 3 copies of Crossout Designator, again for the mirror match. 3 copies of Ultimate Slayer with 3 copies of Book of Eclipse for the Ryziel matchup, and 3 copies of Evenly Matched. Because again, I love this card. This card is great. So is Book of Eclipse. Loving it. So as you can see, we kind of take a board breaker-esque approach for our side to play into the mirror and in Ryziel, which I don't know what to expect. We haven't been in quite some time, So we'll see what comes of it. But let's see if we can start our first year with a bang playing Maliss.
What is going on, you guys? So round one, we get a 5-round tournament tonight. Round one, we're playing against Atlantean Mermail. Crazy deck. We win the die roll, so we go first. We set up full combo. He's not able to break it. We're able to take it with the Q Hearts Cryptor, just being able to swing for 8,000. We go to game two. He goes first. He is able to hand rip me, but we saw Bestial Magnuma. He banished my mag. He dropped my Terraforming and my White Rabbit in hand. He was Cyanite Mining. We had used Imperm earlier in the turn. And so end phase, mag gets added back. I just go mag during end phase, banishing White Summon. I go mag, White. He responds, negating my Magnuma, which did suck, but it was okay. We got White Rabbit effect, set TB11, and then we just comboed on my turn. We drew for turn. We had Signet and a Dormouse that we top decked, and we were waiting to use that normal summon. We comboed as much as we could, then we normal summoned, and we were just able to just flex, take it with access code, and we took the game. So we're 1-0 right now with 4 more rounds left to go. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely enjoying playing Maliss, but there are a ton of Maliss players tonight, so there's a high probability of a mirror match, which is going to suck, but we're going to play better in the time this time, so we're going to be watching that. Man, that felt so bad, but that was such a good round. So we play against Fiendsmith, Bestial, Ryziel. Game one, we go first. We're able to set up an okay board. We ended with TB11, Splash Mage, Transcode, because we weren't able to like link climb our way or link into our names. So we were able to get into a Coda Soul in the Grave, which was what was key. We were able to get into Terahertz, but it didn't matter since he drew us Wormed anyhow. And then went into Chaos Angel and got rid of my Imperm that I had set. So take a fat L there. And then in game two, he drops Lancia, I drop Crossout. And he had a handful of hand traps. It was freaking insane. We were able to play through it as best as we could. We exhausted him to 1 card in hand and a draw. And he went Bonfire, I went Ash, and then he Tactics drew 2, and he drew into what he needed, which was freaking insane. And he just killed me. Oh, it sucked. Because I looked at my top deck and I was full comboing. We were going for the kill. Like, it was crazy. But it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. We're 1-1 with 3 rounds left. Honestly, I don't think there was any way I could have played that better with what I had. If anything, another engine maybe would be better for the deck. Like Sky Striker or a Kashtira engine. But I like playing it pure because it gives you that variety for when Alliance Insight comes and you get all the new cyber support, which I'm sorry for any of you cybers haters that watch this. Sorry. I love cybers. Pendulum and cybers have just been my favorite 2 strategies, mechanics, whatever, since I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just love it. But that's round 2. We got 3 more rounds to go, so we'll see where we go. Round 3. So back-to-back Ryziel, Fiendsmith, Bestial. So game 1, we win the die roll, go first. We drew 2 Ash, 2 Valor, and Rabbit. If Rabbit succeeded, full comp, but he had a Valor. So we were trading hand traps back and forth for a bit until he was able to like full combo off, and we just couldn't do anything because he still had hand traps. So take a game 1 loss, we go game 2. We side and cross out Lancia, Book of Eclipse, our standard side in that we wanted. And we go first again. He goes Lancia, I go cross out Lance. And we full combo. We played around, especially in Splash Mage. So we were able to use Druid's Worm. We were able to recover 3 cards back into our hand off of Firewall, Dragon, and we just had it all. We had the straight gas. We had Eclipse, we had Crossout, we had a GWC, we were cooking. And then game 3. So game 3, he goes first, and we drew Lancia in our hand. We drew Dormouse, we drew White Rabbit, and we had Signet. He set up full board. We had no interruptions. We were hoping to draw into Ultimate Slayer and drew into Crossout. There was no chance. There was no chance. He had, you know, aside from Risial Cross, Detonator, he had 2 strikes. So we weren't playing. So we end up losing. We're 1-2, which is unfortunate. But we played it as best as we could. I definitely think what I should have done in game 3 was took out Lancia and the crossouts, put in evenly, or just a hand trap, something. That way we could have equalized the board a little bit. Don't know how much I would have changed my hand drawing because it was just poor anyways, but we'll see. We still have 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. Round 4, we play against Dragoon Magia. So Team Sam posted a video on Master Duel playing this deck. So I actually got to see it in person, and this was freaking insane. Super fun duel, super chill guy, so fun. Game 1, he Perulias me, and we play around it pretty easily, give him a draw, and we full combo into our board. We just control it, so we take game 1. Game 2, he goes first, and he sets up Magia and Dragoon. I was like, I drew all board breaker, or I drew imperms, no engine, 2 Exceed, and then I drew evenly for turn and Ash or something like that. I think Ash was in my hand. But like I had that. Like there was no breaking. There was nothing. Nothing. So we just take the L, and then game 3 we just take it on the clap. But it was so cool to see Magia and Dragoon out. Starlight and QCR as well. So I mean they were blinged out. But we take it. So a 2-2, 1 round left. We got this. Last and final round, we play against Lab. A deck that I have always hated. Anyhow, game 1, we win die roll again. We set up full board. He can't crack it. He didn't get the Ruma. Woo! Game 2, he went first. We were able to break his board with evenly, establish a board, and he couldn't break ours. So we take it 2-0. I didn't record. I was a little tired. It's late. But we end up 3-2, which is great. Waiting to see if we do make it in Top Cut, because Top Cut is top 8 for tonight. So I'm hoping that's why we're sticking around, and we'll see what happens.